guys, it's Robin, RsIslandCrafts. This is Talk to Me Tuesday for Tuesday, November 13th, 2017. Another week has come and gone. I do feel like I got some things done this week. I wasn't expecting to get anything done, so whatever I did accomplish is a bonus to me. My oldest, Justin, he's 29, and about 3 years ago he got sick and he ended up with an infection in his heart. So for the past 3 years he's been going through and seeing a heart doctor, and recently he's decided to switch doctors, and Mom went along for the ride. You know, it's when you're sitting at all these doctor's appointments, and you know when you go to a new doctor, there's tons of tests to do and everything like that. So instead of letting the poor guy sit there alone, Mom went along, and it's good to have two people to hear what the doctor said. So for the past couple weeks and for the next couple weeks coming, probably got 1 or 2 appointments. Like this week, we went out yesterday for a doctor's appointment. And then this Friday, because he has a pacemaker for his heart, we're going to go to a clinic to learn more about that. So that's 2 appointments this week. Then hubby's got an appointment next week to get cortisone shots in his back. And I'm sure there's another doctor's appointment in there somewhere too. So it's just been really, really busy with doctor's appointments. Lots of doctor's appointments though means lots of knitting time, sometimes. This is where I left you last time. I had one of Robbie's socks done. I put about 7 rows onto this sock. But the big news is I sat and waited for so long that I got a whole other sock. I ended up knitting on a whole other sock, and I got about 80 rows done onto this one. So as long as I can keep going and I have all these appointments to go to, I'll just keep knitting on these socks, and I should be able to get them done in plenty of time for Christmas. I know on busy weeks like this, when I want to feel like I've accomplished something, I give myself small, simple goals. Like one of the goals was to take the Rare Bear pattern that I showed you, that we're doing for the charity children, for the children with rare diseases. My goal was just to go ahead and cut out all the pieces for it. So I traced them on, I have a roll of that paper that they put on the tables when you go to the doctor's office. I used to work at a hospital and they were throwing it away, so I brought it home for tracing and stuff. It's a little bit better than tissue paper, but still flimsy, but I use that to trace out on the tissue paper, and then I take manila folders and I put it onto that. I trace it onto that, so it's a nice sturdy thing to trace around. So I got the Rare Bear all cut out. I don't know if I'm going to actually get an actual bear made this year, but each week I'll just try to get something little done. Like hopefully this week coming up, maybe I'll be able to choose the fabric, get it ironed. I might even be able to trace it out. When I have patterns like this that I work on a lot, I like to put them in a Ziploc bag, and then I take a pants hanger and I just go ahead and clip it onto the bag. These are a little bit wider. The child-sized ones are great, or the ones that have the movable pants hangers. But I just kind of put it on the bag a little crooked. Then I hang it up in my closet here in the craft room, because there's no clothes in here, because you know, it's a craft room. And then I have this ready, and it's easy to find it. I don't always have to go digging for whatever pattern I'm going to be using. Like the kids' hoodie pattern. This is as far as I got with this one. I did not trace out for my daughter or my youngest son at all, but that's okay. I don't know if they're going to get a hoodie for Christmas or afterwards. Now my oldest, he doesn't have a hoodie. So I did he's a tall guy, so I ended up, because of the size he needed, I had to get the pattern I have only goes up to like a large or something like that, so I had to get something that went up to a couple X's. And he likes his, like I said, he likes his longer, plus he has a long upper body and short legs. So I did his pattern. Now, granted, I didn't trace it or anything. This was an online pattern I purchased. But his is all traced out. And his gets a coat hanger too. Now, Joann's had a sale on Blizzard Fleece. So I picked up a light blue and the charcoal gray. So since they were on sale, I went ahead and I got 5 yards of, this is called, you see, I've got I got the cardboard because I bought it all. This is the Blizzard fleece. It's usually anywhere from $8.99 to $10.99 a yard. Joann's had it on sale for like $2.99 or $2.49. So I got 5 yards of each. Justin wants a light blue hoodie. Mandy and Robbie. This one has cardboard in it. This one doesn't. Mandy and Robbie wanted charcoal gray, so I picked up another 5 yards of that. Justin's getting light blue because he wants a Blue's Clues hoodie. So the Blue's Clues fabric is out of print pretty much. I found some on eBay for $25 a yard. Mama ain't spending that on no Blue's Clues fabric. I love my kids, but come on, that's just a crazy amount to be spending on fabric. I did find on Etsy, this one lady was selling it for $8 a half a yard, and she had 2 half-yard increments left, so I got a yard for $16. That's still crazy because I remember buying this Blue's Clues fabric when my youngest, Robbie was probably, oh, little, like before kindergarten age. When we were watching Blue's Clues, it was really popular when, you know, preschoolers. And I made him a pillow or something out of a pillowcase. And I know I did not spend like maybe $4 or $5 even that long ago. But when you love your kids, you do what you have to, right? I'm going to use this to make it's going to be a zip-up hoodie with a hood. And with those kangaroo type pockets. He wants really large pockets because he has big hands. So I'm going to make the pockets. I'm going to use the Blizzard fleece and then put this on top of it for, you know, an outer decoration. And I think I'm going to line the hood with it. I don't think I have enough to do much else with it, but that'll work. Robbie's hoodie, he wants Zelda, and I have no idea what my daughter wants. Probably another fabric that's hard to find. Because that's how my children are. They're always difficult. I did get to play around a little bit yesterday after sitting at the doctor's office because it was an 8 o'clock appointment, so I had the rest of the day after about lunch to do whatever I wanted. And I've been wanting to do a monster series for my art fire shop. Now, I don't know how many people realize that I have an art fire shop, but there's a link down below. And I think I'm going to start doing a little shameless self-promotion at the end of some of my videos. But I wanted to do these monsters to hang on the wall, and I thought it'd be really good for some of the younger kids. You know, they tend to be scared of the monster in the closet. Well, I thought maybe if they had a monster buddy that would help protect them from the scary monsters in the closet or under the bed, that it might be something fun for them. So I'm making these little wall hangings or quilts, and each of them will have a monster. Right now they're just starting out simple. I need to do a little, I want to go out and do a little bit of shopping and get some of the little, like the pom-pom fringe and some lace and just some fun sequins and stuff like that, just to fancy it up a little bit to make them a little more exciting. But I have named all my monsters. I have a total of 31 of them drawn out right now, but I've only made 4 wall hangings so far. Now these aren't completely done. I still need to put the lines, you know, when you sew all around the outside edge, whatever it's called. I'm having a brain malfunction right now. But I still need to do the stitching around the outside edges. These are close to being done. I still need to do the little top stitching around the outside of the edge. But each monster has a name, and this one is Arthur. And they all have this fun little monster fabric on the back. This one right here, I have their names on the back. This one is Eugene, or Gene. I haven't decided if he's going to have the short name or not. He's one of our favorites. Hubby and I really like him because, you know, he's just eyeballs coming out of the grass. And he has the same fabric on the back, but his is yellow. This one is George. This striped fabric right here reminds me of fun socks. So I gave him almost an Olympic ring type design on the bottom. And he has green fabric. I'm trying to decide if I want to embroider their names on them or just name them in my shop, because I think maybe the kids might want to name them themselves. And this one's Leah. I want to make sure I have boys and girl monsters. And she has pink on the back. So yeah, so these guys are going to be going in the shop. And as soon as I finish them up, get their pictures taken. These are the two favorites for me, really. I think what it is I think I like the eyeballs that are floating above their heads. The handmade market is so saturated with so many different products and ideas. It's hard to find one that's new, or to find your own little niche that's something special. So I'm trying to hope there's not too many monster things out there, that maybe some fun, lovable monsters might, you know, become popular. Okay, now here comes the shameless self-promotion. If you go ahead and turn me off and decide you don't want to watch anything, that's okay with me, but if you're kind of interested in what I've been putting in the shop lately, stick around. There will be a link to my Artfire shop down below and in the comments on YouTube. So here are 3 new things that I put in the shop recently. This is a lizard baby quilt, wall hanging, table topper. I like taking the bit of the front of the leftover scraps and adding it to the back. Just adds a little bit of whimsy to the quilt and gives a little bit of interest, so if you want to flip it over either way, it'll be fine. Apparently I was just having fun and I had a lot of this green fabric when I made these quilts, because here's some of the green from the lizard quilt, the gecko quilt. And it's also got, and it also has the yellow and orange fabric on the back. One more, last one. These are the orange lanterns. Once again, wall hanging or baby size, table topper size. And with the orange fabric on the back. Sometimes when I list things in the shop, I like to list them in sets. So if I happen to use the same fabric, I'll list all the same things and use that fabric and list them all at once. Okay, that's all I got for this week. I think I accomplished a lot in the little bit of time I had. Next week, I'm still going to be working on my socks, which I've tossed over there on the desk. I still have my sweater. I am getting little by little on that. It just gets to the end of the night, and all I want to do is fall asleep sitting in my chair. I haven't figured out how to knit. I can knit without looking sometimes, but I haven't figured out how to knit while sleeping. If I can figure that out, I'll be all set, right? I want to also, this week, I need to make the muslin mock-up for Justin's hoodie to make sure, because, you know, everybody's different shape, and if you're going to make something handmade for them, you may as well just make it to the right specifications. Like my daughter and I have really short arms, so we like our sleeves shorter. Now, my son, like I said, he likes things longer, so I'm going to go ahead and make a mock-up of his hoodie, and hopefully I can get it done in the next day or two, so when I see him on Friday for our next doctor's appointment, he can try it on. If you've made it this far, thanks for hanging out with me this week, and I'll catch you next week. Bye!